If you need more practice before doing your Module 10 mastery check, then be sure to get this worksheet and follow along with the video. So what we are trying to work on is we're trying to take this equation and we're going to substitute in the variables to complete this chart for the first part. So we have the problem 4 times x, right? These are stuck together. That means we're multiplying. 4 times x is going to equal y. So right here, so we're going to write out, this one means 4 times 4. So 4 times 4, we'll put the answer here. So 4, 8, 12, 16. 4 times 4 is 16. So let's go ahead and finish this other one that has the x already listed. So this one means 4 times 9. We're just plugging in the 9. 4 times 9, so 9, 18, 27, 36. So this time we have y and we need to work backwards. So we have the problem, it says 4x equals 32. So we need to undo this. So this means times, so the opposite is divide. So if I divide by 4 on this side, I need to divide by 4 on this side. We're just balancing those equations. So 32 divided by 4. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So that went in there 8 times. So we're not necessarily just following a pattern going down always, but the same thing should be happening every time. We should be timesing by 4. 4 times 4, 8 times 32. Sorry, I got to sneeze. Okay. So this last one, so we have 4 x's equals 42. So this means times 4 times x. So we're going to divide by 4 on this side. And if I do it to that side, I have to do it to this side. Now I know 4 does not go perfectly into 42 because it goes into 40 and 44. So right here, we're just going to do a little division problem. So 42, and I'm going to go ahead and add that decimal in the 0 to help it go in there better. So 4 goes into 4 one time, which is 4. 0 left over. 4 cannot go into 2, but I can't just bring my 0 down. When something comes down, something has to go up. So 4 goes into 2 0 times. There's my decimal. Now I bring down this 0. 4 goes into 20, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Sorry, I shouldn't count with that hand, but 5 times, so 10 and a half. So we're just following. If it gives us x, we can just do the problem. If it gives us y, we need to do the opposite to both sides to work backwards. Okay, let's try this one here. So we have g plus 12.6. So when it gives us g, we just need to add. And it gives us h, we need to undo it and subtracting. So g, right, is going to be adding. H is going to be undoing it with subtracting. So g plus 7, so up to the side or on the back of your paper, we need to do 12.6 plus 7.0. We need to make sure we line these up. This is $12.60. This is $7, not 70 cents. It has to be under the 2 here. So we are adding these. The 7 is g plus 12.6. So go ahead and finish that. Bring your decimal straight down and see if you can find that there. So let's do this one while we're at it. So g is 24.5, and we need to line that up with 12.6. So those ones both were perfectly lined up. So we'll go ahead and add those together to find that answer here. So our next one, we have g plus 12.6 equals 33. So I'm looking for g by itself. So we have to minus 12.6. So if I minus it on this side, I need to minus it on this side. So we're going to do 33, and we're going to line up 12.6. So above the 6, we need to add that 0, and we're going to subtract. Now we cannot do 0 minus 6, so we're going to come and borrow. So now we have 10 minus 6 is 4, decimal straight down. 2 minus 2 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. So this one is 20.4. So then our last one, we have G plus 12.6 equals 47. So we're trying to get G by itself. So we're going to minus 12.6 on this side. And if I do it to that side, I need to do it to this side. I don't know if you guys can hear the craziness that is happening in the hall. Those boys are loud this morning. Okay, so we're going to minus it on this side. We need to line it up, add that 0. So we can't do 0 minus 6. We come borrow. That becomes 6 and 10. So there's 4 again. Decimal straight down. 6 minus 2 is 4. And 4 minus 1 is 3. So this answer is 34.4. And when I add 12.6 more, that makes sense to get 47. So we're just solving those equations. Plug in what you have. And either if it's on one side, just do it. And if you have to get one by itself, do the opposite there. Okay, so now we're going to look and see what equation can complete the table. So we're trying to write the equation. So we need to look for patterns from here to here. So R to V, so we're not going down, we're going right this way, left to right. So what are ways I can get from 2 to 6? So I could times by 3, 2, 4, 6. But this pattern has to happen every single time. So let's look here. If I do 4 times 3, nope, that is not going, that should be 12 over there. So we're not multiplying by 3. So I need to figure out another way to get from 2 to 6. So it's getting bigger, so I can add. So this one is adding 4. So let's check, does that work? 4 plus 4 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. 7 plus 4 is 11. So every time we took R, so no matter what we had, we took R, and then what did we do? Whoops, every time we added on 4, and that equals V. So all we do is find the pattern. What did we do over and over? We give it to the first one, and it equals that second one. We give it to the independent one, and it equals the dependent one. So let's see, how are we getting from 3 to 18? So it's getting bigger. So if I start adding, that's adding 15. But if I add 5 and 15, that equals 20, so we're not adding. So another way to get bigger would be to multiply. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So that went in there 6 times. So if I times by 6, that's 18. So let's see if that works. 5 times 6 is 30. 7 times 6 is 42. 9 times 6 is 54. So every single time we times by 6. So we took B and we got 6 of them. So right, we did 6 times B or B times 6, but the best way to write that is just 6 B's. 6 B's equals the C. So all we're doing, instead of putting in the numbers, we're just using the variables at the top of the chart. What this variable, what did I do to it? Every time we times by 6 and it equals the C. So find your pattern and it has to match the whole way down. So if you start doing your pattern and, oh, wait, those aren't right, try something different. So if we're getting bigger, we're looking at adding or timesing. And if your problems are getting smaller, we're looking to subtract or divide. Do the same thing every time to the first letter and it equals the second one. Hey, if you have any other questions, let me know. Let's do some more practice before you take that mastery check. If you are still having some questions, if you feel like you're ready to go pass the mastery check.